здоровенькі були. Ми продовжуємо проходити Hogwarts Legacy. Дивіться, з солов'їною і усе буде Україна. Поїхали. Бажаю усім приємного перегляду. Так, друзі, в попередньому епізоді я з вами не встиг попрощатися, тому що щось останні 2 хвилини відео, ну, 2 чи можливо трішечки більше, не записалися чомусь. Не знаю, чому так вийшло. Ну, там ви просто не побачили лише те, що ви там не побачили. Ага, там в нас ця, воно було, церемонія відбору факультета. У нас отже факультет Грифіндор. Там нам просто ось цю шляпу наділи розмовляючу. Нам випав якийсь інший, та шляпа нам вибрала інший факультет, але нам дали змогу самостійно обрати, який ми хочемо факультет. І я обрав Грифіндор. Так, трішечки ми тут оглянемося. Я думаю, більшість також обрали факультет Грифіндор. Так, тут нікого і немає. Ну, гаразд, ходімо. Нам потрібно знайти свою кімнату. А це що тоді таке? Я думав, це наша кімната. Тут наші сусіди по кімнаті. А виявляється, нам потрібно знайти свою кімнату. Ну, прикольно, ми можемо перекусити. Ось так.
Now, which way is the common room?
Ну, прикольно.
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
А це вони про мене говорили. Пліткують тут за моєю спиною. Так, зачинено. Уровень 1.
Rebellion.
Ось там ще якийсь сундук. Де що таке? Тут я нічого не можу зробити.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon food, like that poor man from the ministry.
Can't imagine starting new school this late.
A little room, everyone. Let them through.
І тут за нашою спиною усі розмовляють.
Don't fall off this time, Nelly. Venue.
Ага. Зрозуміло, такий великий сундук. Поки що нічого ми сюди не можемо помістити.
Still not working. Ugh. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida. Pleasure to meet you, Cressida. Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
Зовсім ні.
No, I merely studied with him briefly before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Так. Тобі потрібно більше
I'd
тренуватися.
say your wand work could be a bit more fluid.
My wand work is fine, thank you. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. I'm just going to keep at it.
Так. Всі учні чаклують без слів.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Та яка її різниця? Чаклувати без слів, зі словами. Так, важко накладати чари без слів.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Ну дійсно, яка є різниця зі словами чаклувати чи без слів?
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
Типу, щоб твій противник не розумів, яке ти заклинання будеш накладати, чи що? Та йдуть сидить. Так, ну ходімо далі, поговоримо.
That girl thinks she can
They'll
get away
do
with anything.
anything for a thrill.
Here, have a sip. Go on.
Гарет Візлі. Так, а того Візлі як звали, що в Гаррі Поттера, блін, як же ж його звали? Я забув. Якесь ім'я в нього таке. Забув я.
Sure you don't want to try it?
Це може
Brewed it
його
myself.
родич? Якийсь там дід, прадід.
Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Так, твоя тітка. Угу.
Does having your aunt here make things difficult?
More than you'd think. Most people assume I can't get into trouble or be given detention. But they're wrong. Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year, keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well, and she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Ну, не дуже це реалістично, що в багатьох персонажів стільки веснушок. Це все-таки в реальному світі це рідкісне явище. Ну, як рідкісне? Так, отже. Що у тебе в чашці?
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Було приємно познайомитися, Гарет.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth. And thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
Так. Нам ще поговорити з Неллі потрібно. Так, а чому вона там ходить?
She gets bolder every year.
А ну злазь звідти.
Professor catches her
Бігом.
this time.
Що, може зачаклувати її, щоб вона звідти впала?
Don't fall off this time, Nelly.
А ну злазь давай.
Who does Nelly think she is, anyway?
Ні, так не діє.
Don't fall off this time, Nelly.
І як мені з нею поговорити?
Who does Nelly think she is, anyway? My family has a gobstones tournament every year.
Я ж літати не вмію, щоб туди вилізти.
I don't want to get in trouble the first day. She gets bolder every year.
I hope
Дуже
Professor
цікаво,
catches
як
her
мені
this
з нею поговорити. А ну злазь звідти.
Don't fall off this
Velia.
time, Nelly. I don't want to get in trouble the first
Who does
day.
Nelly think she is, anyway?
Ага. Нарешті.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well,
І всієї
hello.
веснушки.
Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Так, я трішечки прослухав. Про дракона? Так, звісно. Тільки що їй відповісти.
It is
Пустяки.
true, but we handled it very well.
I'll say. I think you've already earned a reputation for fearlessness. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
Ти не боїшся висоти, так?
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
Ти коли-небудь бачила дракона?
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Ну, над персонажами розробники могли б краще попрацювати. Ось так, щоб взагалі бути в захваті і не було жодних питань. Ось так мені б хотілося. Так, ну йдемо далі. Так, а ну давайте я, можливо, звук діалога зменшу. Давайте, мабуть, на 50 поставимо. Думаю, буде норм.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Книжечка. Чарівна книжечка. Ой, усі сторінки розлетілися.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
А що, не можна одразу вивчити, щоб ті сторінки не
Thank you,
розліталися?
Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Так, у нас зараз буде практика.
This way.
Іду, я іду.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Фьюз.
Potions is down!
spell and charms is dire.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
Revelio.
Так, начебто нічого немає. Там наверху щось.
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
О, перша сторіночка. Якийсь бик. На цьому портреті зображений чарівник Баруфіо. Угу. Ви тільки що відкрили. Так, іспитання, боже, як воно перекладається, ну ви зрозуміли, я думаю. Так. Це ваш рівень чаклунства. Досвід, отриманий в результаті проходження. Іспитання. Ну як воно перекладається, я забув. Підвищує ваш рівень і силу. Випробування. Точно, випробування. Так, ну зрозуміло. Давайте поглянемо. Бій. Так. Ну зрозуміло. Так, можеш ховати свою книжечку.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Так, йдемо далі. Там щось є. Це замок якийсь. Замок рівень 1.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
А ми не можемо швидше йти? Що, тут бігати не можна?
Revelio.
Тут ще щось.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Угу. Гоґвортс розділений на дві основні області. В лівій частині мапи живуть студенти і професори. Тут розміщені гостьові і великий зал. Так, зрозуміло. Так, куди вона нам там казала відправитися? Южне крило, це південне, здається. Так. Тут ви можете бачити точки з летючим полум'ям. Так, зрозуміло. Так, зелені точки це значить ті, котрі вам вдалося виявити. Угу, ну зрозуміло. Зелені, значить, це ті, які ми виявили. Тут ще багато невиявлених. Так. Бібліотеку нам потрібно вибрати. Де та бібліотека? Ой. Де тут, мабуть, чи що? Ага. Ну, добре, що у нас є швидке переміщення. Тут у нас підказочки. Можна почитати. Довго завантажується. А я дуже не люблю, коли довго завантажується. Це погано, що при кожному швидкому переміщенні у нас буде так довго завантажуватися. Ой. Можна якось швидше? Слабенький у мене все-таки процесор.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Давайте, у нас ще тут є точка. Все.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Revelio.
Так, там ми були. Там щось є ще.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Black is without a doubt the worst.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Так.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Цікаво, що ж ми можемо там таке для навчання придбати.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now.
Може, не треба було їй правду говорити?
Professor Fig, your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today, and remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you, and invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Так, а стипендію нам дадуть, щоб ми могли купити все необхідне? Чи студенти повинні ще самі гроші заробляти?
Revelio.
Так, це що таке? Там щось так темно. Не знаю я, що це таке, якась чорна діра. Так, давайте з ним поговоримо.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Так, дійсно, мені не потрібно було їй усю правду казати.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Щось у мене відчуття, що в цій грі ми будемо більше балакати, чим битися. Так, давайте поглянемо мапу. Так, це у нас основні завдання. Ну, зрозуміло. Так, яке ми завдання будемо відстежувати? Та давайте ось це.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Так, я не зрозумів. А навіщо нам купувати паличку, якщо у нас вона вже є? Зачарований компас.
Revelio.
О, ось там сторіночка полетіла, а як нам її...
If it seems
Ей, як тебе достати?
many times now.
There's
Іди сюди.
something there. Revelio.
А як нам сторінку дістати? Угу. Це що таке? І що це таке? Я не зовсім розумію, як нам тут... Так, друзі, запис перервався, я вирішив ще одне відео записати, і тоді вже на монтажі їх два відео докупи зліпити, щоб у нас вийшов повноцінний епізод. А все тому, що кодувальник щось вибив помилку. Під час запису сталася помилка кодувальника. Перекодування NVIDIA NVENC H264 триває занадто довго. Іншими словами, кодувальник виявився перезавантаженим. І це можна сказати, що ця ігра дуже погано оптимізована. Тому що таке вперше, що в мене є налаштування графіки на середніх, і мені каже про те, що мій кодувальник перезавантажений. Ну, це дуже погано. Ну, я вже трішечки налаштував там. Сподіваюся, на цей раз буде усе нормально.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Дуже я на це сподіваюся.
Is that all you've got? What?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Так, давайте вивчаємо заклинання. Швиденько, швиденько. Так, є. Заклинання вивчили, чудово.
Levioso!
Вже й навчилися. На першому занятті.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Наша мішень. Попрактикуємося тепер.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast.
Ну, зрозуміло.
Remember? Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Що далі?
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Протего це на Q чи що?
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Ось, протего це захист.
You're good.
Now perceptive. Thank you.
Ось так, контратака.
Watch your opponent decide to attack or defend yourself. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Так, давайте з ним поговоримо.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way, didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Може й не перше. Що ми тобі скажемо? А нехай буде перше.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Завдання завершено. Давайте поглянемо, що тут є.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Так, а тут що? Зачинено.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
А де там сундук? Це вище чи нижче? І знов це око тут дивиться на нас. Що ж, друзі, гаразд, я думаю, на цьому ми завершимо. Дякую, що дивилися з Солов'їною. Вибачайте за технічні незручності. До нової зустрічі. Бережіть себе.